Alright, I was asked by one of my viewers to do a little review of the Can-Am of my Outlander 500 and what I thought of it. Well, overall, what I thought of the bike this year, I got about 1,600 miles on her. Overall, I thought I had an excellent time on the bike. No problem whatsoever. Loved it. Every time I got on it, I just loved it. Yes, it's a 500. It ain't the 800, but this thing will keep up to an 800, I think. So no shortage of power out of the 500 V-twin. Speaking of the engine, some of the reviewers you might have thought might have lacked a little bit in low end of torque that you might have saw on some expert reviews. Yes, in my opinion, it did lack a little bit of low end torque in the high range. Not in the low range though. The low range was perfect the entire time. No problems whatsoever. And you don't really need torque for high range because it's all about speed then. So I had an excellent time with nothing wrong with the engine at all. Same with the transmission, nothing wrong with that. Everything hooked up perfect. I was a little skeptical when I was first buying it about these plastic skids all around. And I actually wanted to maybe upgrade to some armor skids, but no problems with the skids whatsoever. Like I beat it on rocks, mud, everything. Held up nicely. Held up nicely around. Rims are nice. They held up good, no cracks whatsoever. I actually ended up popping a tire on my front Carlisle ACT, but that was my fault. Like I rammed a rock pretty hard, and I felt some serious bar whip there. Loved the new update for the power steering, the 3-mode power steering. Found that the medium setting works best for my style of riding, but it's great having to adjust it for whatever you're doing, towing, rock crawling, doesn't matter, mudding. Yeah, not bad whatsoever. Didn't really have any problems with it this year. The only real complaint I had with it, and I'm still going to have complaints about it, is these front struts. They tend to wear out very fast, after probably my first set wore it after 800 kilometers. And they started to clunk. So anyway, I took it back to the dealer after some time. And he said he replaced them free because it's under 2-year warranty. This thing was under warranty, the shocks were, so I got those replaced for free. And yeah, in my opinion, I'm just going to keep getting them replaced all the time for the next 2 years until the warranty expires. Then I'm going to get an A-arm mount kit. So that shouldn't be a problem. Because you can do that and then use the 650 shocks. And have it set up as A-arms. You can get kits like that. But I've heard that's happened with all Can-Am 500s and 400s. Some for the 400, not so many. Winch. Worn winch, 3,000 pounds, held up well. Probably used it over 30 times a year, not just pulling myself out, but pulling other people out. Yeah, it comes with the little wired remote here. It slots in there. And you got the winch controller right here. Gauge pod, really nice. Tells you everything about it. Two tachometers, trip odometer, odometer, trip hour meter, two trip odometers. Yeah, it's got pretty much everything you'll need. Oh, and another little complaint here was this fuel gauge here. I found that worked very shitty over the whole summer. It wouldn't start dropping for a long time. It would always say full even after some rides. That kind of pissed me off a little. But yeah, other than that, this has been a great bike to me. Loved it. This is a 2012 Can-Am Outlander 500 XT. Loved it. Didn't have any serious complaints about it. Held up very nicely all the way around. No major issues whatsoever. The 500 V-twin gives you plenty of power. I'm getting 27s on it for next year. I'm debating between the Mega Mayhems or the Mud Light XTRs. We'll see. I'll make a video of that in the springtime. This is probably my last video because this is actually cleaned up now for the winter. Gonna change over the fluids and take the battery out and yeah, call it. Little storage box right here, under here. Nice sized, way bigger than the Polaris ones. Way bigger. Everything's really easily accessible. See, like your radiators under here. Brake fluid, that's under there. Nice. That's very nice. Everything just pops off nice. Side panels, this part here, it all pops off very easy to get into the airbox. CVT intake is really up high here, and the airbox under here. The CVT exhaust, so it's actually, oh, you can't get it from this side, but the CVT exhaust actually sits pretty low. Hang on, I don't know if I can get a view of it. No, it's too dark, but it sits just in there. It sits pretty low. Like some of the older cams, I think had belt slipping problems getting in there. I didn't have a single, well, I had one belt slipping problem because I think that was my fault because I let the RPM, I let it pretty much idle underwater. And the exhaust was good under, so I was idle for a while. So I guess that's kind of my fault. It got in there. But yeah, when I was giving her, you know, through, even going slow through some of the deep water, no, it never slipped whatsoever. So that was really nice. Another little complaint you might have is about the battery location in the G1s. Right here, it's just sits under here, all exposed. That was another little thing I was worried about. Once again, buried her a bunch of times in the rear end, never a single problem. No problems whatsoever. She's been very good to me. Very nice looking bike, very sharp. Excellent V-twin sound. Sound with the stock pipe's awesome. That'll be another mod that I'm getting next year is a new HMF pipe. Make a video of that too. And I'm getting a fuel controller. So yeah, 500 V-twin EFI. Fuel injection works flawlessly. Yeah, started first try every time. Yeah, good bike. Just do a last little walk around of it. It rides very nice. Even just for a strut front suspension, you might think it rides a bit rough, but believe me, this thing rides like a Cadillac. Just absorbs everything. Very nice ride. Power is excellent. Handling's phenomenal too. Like you can drift this thing as much as you want. Don't have to worry too much about tipping it. The trailing arms down the rear that they got work, I think in my opinion, much better than the A-arms on some of the other brands. Great bike. Love it. BRP. Yeah, you look at the controls here. 4-wheel drive, Viscolock QE. Awesome once again, just awesome. Throttle, override / the DPS changer, starter, kill switch, and high beam, low beam. The lights are controlled by second position, the key. Yeah, love it. If you have any questions about it, just put in the comment section below. And thank you for watching.